Rotation number 963 Seattle Mariners square off against 964 Toronto Blue Jays. That's what we're talking about today. And Toronto really, they're a small home favorite against Seattle, but have a huge edge. A huge edge. Big part of what the huge edge is the pitching matchup. Castillo is still the public baby here between Berrios and him, or the number wouldn't be what it is as far as essentially a pick 'em. Small favorite, Toronto being in their home park north of the border. Now, what you've heard around the water cooler at the office probably today, or on the news, your paper, the hard copy paper, the virtual news that you get from the internet, the portals, major media portals, ESPN, CBS, Fox, et cetera, is that these two teams can't hit. They're 4-6 apiece heading into the 11th game of the season, which means, guys, the 16th of the season's already over. That sounds crazy, right? A 16th of the season's over. The next 10 games, it'll be an 8th of the season, right? That makes sense? Yeah. The Seattle Mariners and the Toronto Blue Jays can't hit. They're not hitting. That's true. But it's not the hitting. Or I should say, it's as much to do with pitching as it is hitting. Why they're 4-6, why they're unattractive to watch right now. Aesthetically not pleasing. Before I run through the offensive numbers, talk to you about the bullpen, starting pitching staffs, some of the metrics, some of the numbers, and what's going on, and why I believe Toronto has a huge edge tonight going into this matchup. Do yourself a favor. Do us here at the media team, Wager Talk Media Team, a big solid, and that would be hit that subscribe button. The Blue Jays are the 22nd high scoring team in Major League Baseball. 3.6 runs per game, 36 total this season. Seattle, 3.1 runs per game, 31 in total, 10 games. The Jays, 16th in home runs, 9 on the season. They're 28th with a 193 batting average, ranked 28th. They've struck out. The Jays are still a tough team to strike out. They're 7.5 times per game. That's in the top half of Major League Baseball. The same can't be said for Seattle. They're striking out almost 11 times per game, which is in the bottom half of the league. Toronto's 5.46 team ERA ranks 27th across Major League Baseball pitching staffs. Berrios is a standout for me right now. He's a standout, and he should get some attention, and here's why. He's flipped the script on some of his pitching profiles, his DNA, should I say. He's a fly ball heavy pitcher that's only 20.6 of his batted balls, fly balls. 50% ground ball rate, which those two things combined for Berrios, he's never going to miss a bunch of bats, and he's not going to be a guy that draws oohs and ahs from the audience throwing triple digits, past hitters. Those peripherals will make him successful, and the Jays are going to win a lot of games he pitches this year if he continues with those metrics. For Castillo, I knew this was coming. Last year at the second half of the season, he started lacking that whiff, that missing bats, mission critical criteria for pitchers, at least in this era of Major League Baseball. The fact that Justin Turner leads the Toronto team in batting average, that's an issue. Offensively, George Springer, Vlad Guerrero, they have to do more. And Biggio and the rest of the gang that have been hyped as the young, new MLB era, the millennials, should I say, of what baseball is going to be. The truth is that Berrios and his metrics exceed and trump Castillo's by a large margin. Castillo is 10 ticks down on his swing and his whiffs, and swings and misses. On his slider, a very important pitch for him, he's 10 ticks down from where he was last year, and last year wasn't very good. 18, that's on his slider. On his fastball, he's 18 ticks down on whiffs percentage. He's lost a mile an hour off his fastball, and I see trouble in the horizon for Seattle because of this young pitching staff. They are young, and Castillo, the veteran, listen, something's amiss, okay? When you have two teams, one batting 193 for the season, one batting 213, both top 5, top 10 of the worst marks in baseball, Cy Young would have a problem getting wins. So, in this situation, it should be automatic. You go to the pitchers, the bullpens. Who looks better? Right now, Berrios is head and shoulders better than Castillo. The bullpens, while neither is top tier, Toronto's is in good shape, despite the fact that they still struggle in New York. But they're in good shape over compared to Seattle's because of what the pitching staff has been unable to do, and that's pitch deep into games. Toronto, the Blue Jays tonight, short favorite at home, north of the border, over the Seattle Mariners. Thanks for dropping by the studios. Hope we can do this again soon. Good to see you, really. I love doing it. Come on back.